To make this beautiful keema achari, we're going to need about 2 tablespoons of ghee or butter. Now, if you're a vegan, you want to just go ahead with oil. That's perfectly fine. This kind of tastes the best with ghee. Okay. Now, I'm going to wait until this nicely comes to a melt. Until that's happening, let me tell you a little about my keema. So, I have some lamb minced meat that I have marinated with some ginger garlic paste, and this is about half a kilo. There's 500 grams of lamb minced meat. You could use turkey or you could use chicken, you could use beef, absolutely anything. I'm just going to use lamb. And I've marinated this half a kilo of minced meat with 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, and that's been marinating for about 2 hours now. And I'm going to toss this into my pan with ghee. Keep the flame to the lowest, and we're just going to stir fry this, so ensure that it doesn't form any lumps or kind of gets cooked. We're just going to stir fry this. Now mince cooks really fast, so you'll have to keep mashing it, otherwise it's going to get cooked at the wrong stage. So on low flame, I'm going to keep doing this for about 10 to 12 minutes so that I ensure that there are no lumps and this gets partially cooked. And it's going to release its own fluid, so which is why when you use ghee, it gives a good flavor along with the mince losing its own fluid. Okay, keep tossing it like this so that they don't form lumps. Generally in hotels, this step is done earlier and kept ready. And when there's an order for this kind of a keema, that's when, we just kind of toss up the tadka with this already ready keema. Because in this dish, it's important to have the spices nice and fresh and slightly, pungent to taste. So I'm just going to let this cook for about 10 minutes on low flame so that my mince gets nicely boiled and is ready. Okay. Now after about 5 minutes, just keep stirring this intermittently. I am now going to add my 2 potatoes that I have chopped into medium pieces. Just toss it into your mince mixture. So the important thing is that these potatoes will cook parallelly into the water and the ghee, the fluid released by the mince. So nutrients remain intact, we don't need to add any more water, and that's what adds to the taste of this dish. So I'm going to nicely let this cook. So close the lid and let this cook for about 10 minutes on low flame, and your keema and the potatoes will get cooked in this time. So after about 20 minutes of cooking this on low flame, my potatoes and keema have got nicely cooked, and I still have some amount of ghee into the pan, which is good. It's going to just add to the flavor. I'm just going to get it out in a different dish, and I'm going to show you the following steps. Now in the same pan, I'm going to add 3 peppercorns and 3 cloves, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Once these begin popping, I'm going to add 1 large onion finely chopped. Now we wait until the onions slightly change shade and become nice and soft. Now that the onions have nicely browned, I'm going to add 1 teaspoonful of ginger garlic paste, 1 tomato finely chopped. Give this a nice mix, and I'm going to actually let the tomatoes become nice and soft and kind of become a nice coarse paste and ooze out all the water. Now for this achari dish, it's important to brown your onions, but don't burn them, just caramelize them. And so now we've added a tomato. Let's wait for it to become nice and soft, and then we're going to add our spices. Now that the tomatoes have become nice and soft, and look at the red color, so ensure you chop them really small and pick up really nice red ripe tomatoes for this dish, because you need a little sour tinge to this dish. That's how it's called achari. Okay, to this I'm now going to add just about 1/4 teaspoonful of garam masala powder, 1 tablespoonful of achari masala. Now this can be chicken achari masala or just about any. Now this masala is easily available in the markets and it has a picklish tinge to its flavor. But in case you don't get this masala, all you can do is you can mix some garam masala, red chili powder and lemon powder and add a little more of the ginger garlic paste, just double the quantity than what I've told you, and you'll get the same flavor of the achari. Okay. Now I'm just going to add about half a cup of water to this so that the spices can cook really well. I'm going to let this come to a slight boil and then kind of add my minced meat or the keema and the potato mixture that is already parboiled and ready along with its own juices, so it tastes yum. Okay, now let this come to a slight boil. Now that you see that the mixture has become slightly boiling, I'm going to add my mince and potato mixture to this. Give this a nice mix. Let this cook on low flame for about 3 to 4 minutes so that the spices can get soaked into the mincemeat and the potatoes. Now that this has slightly begun boiling, I'm going to add about 1 cup to half a cup of green peas. You can add as much as you like, just to kind of increase the quantity of your main course dish. Clearly depends upon what you want. Okay, so I have added about 3/4 of that cup, and I think that's enough. But in case you want more, you could absolutely add 1 cup. It's completely fine. Just gonna toss this. Now we're gonna add our magic ingredient, which is your coarse pepper powder. Ensure you add it coarse, and just add about half a teaspoon. Just sprinkle it like this over all, and I'm also going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of my saffron powder. So 1/4 teaspoon of my saffron powder. Brilliant. I'm just going to give this a nice mix. Now let this cook for another 1 minute, and this is then going to be ready. I'm going to let this cook for about a minute. So thank you very much, and hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and you guys will try it out in your homes. And do write to me if in case you want me to really teach you or to cook with you a recipe of your choice. I'll be more than happy because I believe in inspiring a lot of people to cook. And now that I have that kind of expertise, I want to pass it on to everyone. So thank you, and see you again in my next video. Bye-bye.